Today's episode of The Mom Game is presented by our friends at Gateway GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is Gateway's Got It. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new GMCs and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaygmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule that delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaygmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. And welcome inside the Coppola Studios for episode 306 of The Mom Game. I am Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. We are here. And I am not being cognizant right now, Julie. Cognizant January is...
God, that was a loud one.
I mean, well, actually, I wasn't cognizant this weekend either because we had a girls' weekend at the lake. So my cognizance is on pause for a bit.
Half January.
Yes, because I'm leaving for Mexico tomorrow. So... yeah, we're just...
You don't need to be cognizant anymore. Even being cognizant for like a week and a half is great.
I was real cognizant there for a minute, and then now I'm about to lose it because all hell's breaking loose as I'm trying to leave town, which is always what happens.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
there's a lot of what happens
there when you think about all the things. That's a lot going on, especially with this weather.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's by the way, Snowmageddon is coming while you're gone. You know, you've got all the kids' activities, and then I get the call from the school today that Hattie's not feeling good, and it's like, for fuck's sake, can I just get out of town?
Yeah.
And it'd just be easy, but it just never is. It's never, why does this happen? I feel like it's, what is it called? Murphy's Law, where like whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's all going to be fine, but it's like, can moms not just get a break? Like we're already having to get everything ready, meal prepping and protein powder.
It's so hard to leave town for one without all the things going on.
Right.
Without the external factors.
Then you throw in an illness and a snowstorm and it's like, for fuck's sake.
Like why does the universe not let moms go out of town?
I don't know.
And leave our families.
I know.
Remember when I went to Hawaii?
I'm still taking my husband.
Well, yeah. But the kids.
Remember
when I went to Hawaii and Ryder didn't make the effing football team?
Oh yeah.
And that like ruined the back half of my whole trip because it's all I could think about. I wanted to get home to him, everything. Like why? And the football tryout was the beginning of the trip. It all popped up after like it's like, and now you're just trying to go to Mexico and I know. I have a friend flying in town to go to the Mavericks game from Missouri with her family, and she's flying in for this weather, and I'm like, oh.
I know. It's just I feel and
it might be nothing.
Yes, it all could be nothing. But I think too, and I think that something I'm trying to remind myself of is that there's plenty of shit that's going right in my life, and I need to remember that instead of being like, why can't it just be easy for me to go to Mexico?
Yeah,
like whiny bitch. Like, I need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
but also too, I feel like
internal monologue.
Yes, but I feel like too. This goes back to, and again, I love you men. I love you so much. Cheers. I love you. I love my husband. I love men. I love them. Raised by a man. Like, love you guys.
Made a career of men.
Well, okay. That sounds a little weird and suspect. I do. I just feel like we were on this text string this morning, the girls that are going on this trip, and it's like, what must it be like to just put your clothes out and knowing that that's all you have to do, like just get your clothes out, like and then that's it. Like they're not worried about arranging transportation to school and from school and practices and activities and packing protein powder Ziploc baggies and meal prepping and it's like
it's a lot. It's enough to where when you leave, you're almost like, is this worth it? Like,
it is. It's gonna be. I'm gonna make sure it's worth it.
You've got spreadsheets. You've got. I can't wait to see you on this trip. Very uncognizant, Emily.
Yeah, not cognizant. Not to be confused with unconscious, which also
I never get to hang
too.
with this Emily.
It's not.
I help you work through all the problems on the show, and then I don't reap the benefits of unconscious Emily. So sometime can we do that?
Sure. Anyway, it'll all be fine. But I think there's probably a lot of people, and I'm not saying it's just moms. I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate when you're trying to go out of town. I remember when Mike and I first got married, it would never feel like it would be like he would be dead at work for the 2 weeks leading up, dead. And then as soon as we got on the plane, it's like his phone's blowing up. And I just think it's just, or maybe we're just hyper aware of it because you're like, you're just wanting to.
Or maybe this is just life. Unplug. Like every life we're putting out fires, every week basically. And so you notice it more when you're trying to leave, but it's probably just the same fires we're always putting out. It's like someone's sick, Dallas weather, but the timing of it all is,
I know,
is a lot.
So I'm just going to try to take my own advice and just chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Which is hard for me at times. But as soon as I get on that plane, I'll turn it all off, I guess. Because then at that point, there's not shit you can do about it. There's not anything I can do from Mexico about the weather in Fort Worth or
right. So who's staying with your kids?
My sister-in-law, who's fantastic.
Yeah.
But she also, too,
the one that lives...
She lives close to us.
Oh, okay.
No. My sister's in Virginia, and my sister-in-law, Mike's sister, is in Fort Worth. She has no kids. She's awesome. She takes care of my kids. Like she's fantastic.
Jelly.
But the only thing with her is she's kind of OCD like me, where she wants everything to be in place and she wants everything to
be get it wrong.
Right. And she she knows how neurotic I am. So she's like wants me to come home to like a house and a clean house and all that kind of stuff. So she was like, I just worry about the dogs. And like last time we were out of town, it was huge storms and like the dogs tracked mud in. And she's like, I'm like, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Like you're watching my kids in my house.
That's the thing that's one thing about me is like, if you're helping me out and doing me a solid, I don't care if shit gets torn up. Like same thing if we have people over, it's like, that's when I unplug. I'm at home. This thing, it's trashed. I'll pick it up tomorrow. I want to have a good time. I want to, everyone to enjoy themselves, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so it'll all be fine, but prepare for a parent Snowmageddon 2026. And then I worry too about, are we going to get stuck? Because it looks like, Friday, it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday is like supposed to.
When are you supposed to fly back?
Correct. Sunday.
I thought I saw like Sunday maybe is when it gets a little better.
Yeah, maybe so. Anyway, it'll all work out. And then I always we had friends that went for spring break on this like some sort of ridiculous vacation, and they couldn't get back because of the Venezuelan situation with the airspace. So they had to stay an extra 2 days. And I'm like, oh, must really suck, And they're like, well, actually, we were kind of ready to get home.
Right. Yeah.
To where you're like, it's been long enough.
That is a development.
That's a real thing.
As I've had kids and they've gotten older and more going on in their world, you do want to wake up on a Sunday and come home from my girls' trips and everything. I'm like, I want to get home.
Yeah, it's ready. It's time.
Great. Like I need like 2 nights, 3 nights, and then I'm like, let's get back to it.
Yes, because you crave that routine. I mean, at least for me, like I'm like I love getting out of it, and then I love getting back in it. And I think that's the beauty of getting those breaks. Yeah. It's like you look forward to getting back to that grind, as they say, and getting back into that routine. Like after Christmas break, it was like, okay, I was looking so forward to it and I enjoyed it. And then by the time it was over, I was like, it's time to go back.
Yep.
So anyway, it'll all work out. There ain't shit I can do about shit. So anyway.
It'll be fun. You'll be drinking umbrella drinks while we're freezing here in Dallas.
No más paloma, por favor.
I'm so jealous. And my Mexico cravings hit like once a year, and it's totally hitting right now.
And I love Mexico. And a lot of people, and I've always said this, that I'll go other places. Like if Mike really wanted to travel and like wanted to see different Europe or whatever, I would absolutely go. It's just neither one of us are really like lighting that fire.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, let's wait until we're there.
Right.
Until we're dying to go.
Right.
But for me, I'm still at the point in my life, I think we've talked about this, where I don't need to go to a place to explore. Like I just want to go and lay my ass,
Right.
buy some water, and have people bring me drinks and food. It's pretty much it. Like it's, and so it doesn't matter what, as long as like the view is nice. I don't care what ocean it is. I don't care what resort it is.
Vacations are so few and far between. It's like you want to use your vacation to relax.
Like we've gone to Puerto Vallarta probably. I mean, we've got to be hitting double digits at this point. That's where we got married. Like I could go there every time and stay at a different place or stay at the same place if I like it. Like hell yeah, let's go back. And a lot of people aren't wired that way. But for me, it's like it's the only time I read books. Like it's book plural or singular, not plural. There will not be multiple books read, but I don't know. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Have you ever been on this was like
no, would never.
Have you ever been on a girls trip?
Oh, I think you were going to say a cruise.
No. But you got way ahead of that one. Even if you're thinking about saying cruise,
don't say.
I'm going to say no before you even say one
That's
more
where I thought
word.
you were going. Never.
No.
I will never go on a cruise.
No, like someone's birthday or something where they plan out every little thing because it's their birthday trip. Have you ever been a part of that? And it's like maybe even hiking or exploring or because that's a real thing that I feel like moms kind of deal with.
We're gonna do this, this, and this.
Celebrate your birthday, and then boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, the only activity we have planned is basically like some dinner. The only things I want planned are like dinner reservations or being on a boat and eating dinner. Like that's all I'm looking to do.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm looking to do. Like if we feel like it, if we're feeling spry, we want to get up and take a walk in the morning, go explore.
Yeah,
great.
you'll decide that day in that moment.
But I don't need a tour guide. I don't need someone guiding the walk. I don't need to, go.
Gosh, tour guides. I'm like that awkward.
I don't need to make an appointment to go ride some ATVs. I don't need to do all that.
Right.
We're not the Real Housewives. Like,
no.
We just, we're
just want to go relax.
Yeah. You want to sleep till 10? Fucking get after it.
Right.
You want to go to the spa? Get after it.
Yeah.
I did make a spa appointment.
Oh, that's nice.
It's called a hydra massage. No, the playa massage. Oh. And it's supposed to be good for your lymphatic system. Okay. So I'm anticipating losing 10 pounds during this massage. Because apparently if your lymphatic system gets going, it's the world is your oyster. There's no stopping you.
That is a buzzword.
Yeah. Speaking of, we have a really good guest coming up. We're not going to chit chat much because we have our girl Morgan Debs from House of Skin and Health Dallas here with us. She is the one who is helping us through our hormonal and aesthetic journeys as we age. I'm more advanced than you. We've established many times, as you've told everyone, including on a conference call this morning with a potential sponsor. Thank you for saying that.
It's important.
I'm this age and Emily's much older. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't say that. So Morgan's going to be with us. We're asking her so many questions, and there's probably more that people will have, which the good news is peek behind the curtain, she did say she would do a takeover of our Instagram in the next couple of weeks where she's like, ask me anything and does an AMA, which is super valuable, like literally and figuratively, because you would have to sit down and have a consultation. I mean, she's not going to sit there and diagnose you with anything, but you can ask her general questions. So anyway, she's a huge source of information, with the hormonal stuff, both for men and women.
GLP-1s.
The GLP-1s, the peptides, kids and hormones, kids and supplements. She's a real big ass fountain of information.
Yeah,
when it comes to your health,
all relevant information.
Super relevant.
Yeah,
super. She must be super popular. Like she must be. I mean, because people got to be like her friends.
Yeah,
like you're so lucky to have that one friend that's like she can answer all the questions.
Oh, I know.
She likes
always
to
invited to dinner and brunch. Yeah,
yeah. You just fire her off a text and be like, "What do you think about this?"
Right.
That's what my friend Tara is with the skincare stuff. What do you think about this? Or anyway, so we've got her coming up. So we need to keep things pretty high and tight. But it's a fantastic conversation that I think men and women will be interested in.
Definitely. Yeah. So if you have a friend who is going through something hormonally,
or if you are,
really anybody who's in that age range, and that's why I said it on the call. But it's like 40s, 50s. Like if
you have kids,
then you're going to want to send them this episode, please. And we so appreciate it if you can spread the word about the mom game for us.
For sure. All right, let's get to some sports scorts brought to us by our friends at Upswing Golf.
Yes. Ryder just signed up for a new PGA Junior League thing. We're very excited about it. They do it out of our club. And now he has some brand new golf clubs to use for his golf adventure. And that is thanks to our friends at Upswing Golf. These clubs are unique because they grow with your kid. Kids grow so quickly, and it's so annoying to have to buy all the shoes, the clothes, the everything over and over and over and over. One thing you don't want to have to be buying all the time over and over is golf clubs because they're expensive. And that's the problem that these guys with Upswing Golf solved. And they created these Grow With You golf clubs. One set adjusts as your kid grows. It saves parents money while keeping those juniors confident on the course. They're not toy clubs. They are tour grade, tech engineered specifically for young players. So the best of the best when it comes to kids are starting to use some of these clubs with Upswing Golf, and these growth kits will let families upgrade instead of rebuying, and it gets even better. Grow 50 for $50 off your first set. And I believe it is upswinggolf.com to go check them out.
Yay, Upswing. Okay, new national champion has been crowned.
Yes.
It's the Indiana Hoosiers.
That's what everyone wanted, right? That's what we wanted watching.
Okay.
Like how
Can I tell you how petty I am?
Yeah.
There's someone that I am familiar with that is a highly obnoxious Indiana fan.
Mm-hmm.
And there was part of me that was like, if Indiana wins, she's going to be unbearable.
Okay, so it's not Mark Cuban.
It's not. No, it's not Mark Cuban. And so I didn't really have a dog in the hunt. I like the Indiana story. I think Fernando Mendoza is the perfect AI robot quarterback.
Yeah.
His story is fantastic.
His robot interviews too.
Yes, he finally let loose a little bit last night. But anyway, I didn't really have a dog in the
Did he drop an F-bomb?
He did.
Okay.
Or did AI create it? I heard an F-bomb, but
Well, I was watching it live on the TV,
So
and I thought I did.
Yeah.
But there was no like hoo or like anything like whoever was doing the interview, Holly Rowe
probably.
Like, well, no, because this was the ceremony.
Oh, the
I think it
presentation.
might have been Chris Fowler. Like,
Oh, okay.
like he didn't react at all. So I was like, maybe he didn't say that. But so it was going around on.
I heard it on social media.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're a great. I mean, listen, they're a ridiculous story. They've lost more games than anybody in the history of college football, and then in 2 years they win the national championship. It's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fantastic story. I could have found joy in either one of them winning. The thing that I loved the most was that it was a ridiculously good game.
It was.
First half was a little sluggish, but boy, the second half was so entertaining.
Yeah,
and
it was
so
great.
fun to watch.
Came
and
down to
so
the last
much
minute
drama. Yeah.
Interception sealed the deal.
I know. Carson Beck, who's been in college for 8 years
Yeah.
now, and so I could have found, there was the kid, the running back on Miami whose dad died, like that.
Yeah.
There was great storylines all throughout, and it's not like Miami is this, has been this dominant program. They haven't won since 2001. Like, it's been 25 years. But I'm just glad it was an entertaining game, because I thought, the way that Indiana had been steamrolling people, it was like, is this even going to be fun to watch?
It was a great game.
And then, the fact that they were only up 10-0 was pretty miraculous, because Miami did not play well. And Indiana made some mistakes, which they haven't been prone to do. But the second half was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it was a ton of fun to watch. So congrats to the Hoosiers. And it'll be,
and his story is just like, I didn't realize
Fernando
a lot
Mendoza.
of it. Just like about
his mom,
Miami turning him down. Him down.
Yeah.
Wanted to play there. That's where he's
Grew
from.
up. Yep.
And then all of a sudden he goes and plays at Indiana, and then has this amazing year, winning the Heisman and then winning
the thing about him
the
is
national championship, and his mom.
Oh, I know. It's a great story. And you wonder, the thing is, like, he seems like, I don't want to say too good to be true, but like he's just doing and saying all the right things on the field, off the field. Like, that's why I say there's like AI, like he was created.
It was like the words that come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I was almost like,
is he for real? Right.
Yeah,
I know.
So, but it's great. It's cool.
And then
so
you wonder, like,
you want kids to have a nice role model.
I know.
Like that. Like,
but it's funny. Henry was like, I don't really like him. I'm like, why? He's like, he's just.
Does he have enough swagger?
He doesn't have enough edge. And I get it. I get it. Especially in this day and age where it's like so much about edge and swagger and all that. I think there's a happy medium, but like, I don't know. I mean, should I be concerned that this like pillar of the community and dude that's doing everything, Henry's like, meh. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, but listen, there's different ways to skin a cat. There's different ways to win a national championship. There's different ways to win football games. And they don't all have to be Baker Mayfield or, you know, Jackson Dart, these guys that get a lot of attention.
Joe Burrow.
Yes.
And the gold chains and everything else.
Smoking the cigars in the locker room. And I mean, there's different ways to do it. So
what if he turns into that in the NFL?
God, that would be amazing. But good on him for staying true to who he is and not trying to be something he's not. So,
well, yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't let Ryder stay up to see the end of the game.
It was really good. It was really good.
Yeah.
But I
saw it, but I just didn't let him see.
Yeah.
I think he knows enough about him, but
yeah, I turned it off immediately when it's over because I needed to get to sleep. But
yeah.
Okay, we need to get to what's on your feed before we get to Morgan. Two things I wanted to promote, and I hope you have the date up for this. The Empty Bowls event, just really quick. We don't have to talk a ton about it, but I just want to remind people to put dates on their calendar. And another one that we gave the wrong date for last week. So Empty Bowls is the North Texas Food Bank event. It is February 26th. If I'm not mistaken, at their Plano facility. It's amazing fun, benefits the North Texas Food Bank. It's amazing food, entertainment. It's fantastic. Julie and I will be there February 22nd, correct? So mark your calendar.
February 26th. Yeah. You said it
I said it right the first time. So mark your calendar, February 26th for the Empty Bowls event benefiting the North Texas Food Bank. And then April 18th. I said the wrong date last week. April 18th is the event at Gateway. That's where we're doing the partnership with SBCA of Dallas, I believe it is, where Gateway is covering adoption costs. They're even donating. I shot this commercial last week. They are donating like $500 of every car sold that day is going to go back to to help more dogs get rescued. So
wonderful.
Yeah, it'll be a fantastic event. That's at Gateway, LBJ and Jupiter, where Gateway's got it on April 18th. So mark your calendars if you want to hang with us, or even if you don't, you just want to go to cool, fun events that do good stuff. February 26th at North Texas Food Bank, April 18th at Gateway GMC at LBJ and Jupiter.
Love it.
All right. What's on your feed? We're going to hit these really, really fast. I don't know if you saw this during the divisional round of the playoffs in the NFL. So it was super, super, super effing cold.
I didn't see this.
Okay. So in Chicago, it was like 9 degrees.
Yeah.
And so apparently the Rams are from LA. They're not used to playing in these conditions. So apparently some of the players put cayenne pepper in their socks, like on the bottoms of their feet, and then put their socks on, and supposedly it works.
That helps.
That apparently
we could do that skiing and stuff.
I think you should consult a medical professional. Not really, but like, I think you don't just put it like a bunch of it, because I think it'll burn your skin.
Right.
But you're supposed to mix it with foot powder, apparently. So the practical herbalist recommends a half teaspoon of cayenne powder mixed with 1 ounce of foot powder.
Okay.
So then you scrunch the sock together and then you put it in. But apparently it's supposed to help
blood vessels widen.
Yes.
Allowing for an influx of warm blood and creating a warm sensation. So, yeah.
That's worth trying.
Who knew?
Yes. I mean, you don't want to burn your feet off, but.
Right.
Anyway, I thought that was funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. And I think it was Melissa Stark had the story and she presented it really.
No, that is a good sideline reporter story.
Agreed.
Some of them we don't need. That's doing some digging.
Agreed.
And finding something very interesting that's going to make sports scores on the mom game.
Exactly. Well, this one's what's on your feed, but yes. But it's on the tail end of
making
sports
the mom
scores.
game.
It is making the mom game. And then one other story that I thought was funny, and only because the names mentioned in here, some of my very closest friends are named this. Yeah. And so basically they listen to the show, and I just wanted to do this to piss them off. So that the headline is Move Over Karen. Gen Z officially declares Jessica as the new millennial nickname for problematic women.
I don't think we can do this.
I don't think we can either.
I don't know any Jessicas that are problem. Like I love Jessicas.
I know 2 Jessicas. I'm sure I know more. The 2 Jessicas I know are very kind and not.
Yeah.
They're not like.
Karen was so good.
Karen was so good.
Like that's just so perfect.
I know. But this is what social media users have now determined that the millennial version of a complainer is Jessica. So anyway, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, and X have all been filled with posts recently from people agreeing that Jessica is the new label for people who whine or throw a public fit.
I have another way to look at this.
Do tell.
Our Jessica, because Jessica is a very popular 80s name.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up.
They're all hitting menopause.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
That's why Jessicas are turning mean.
Because they're in menopause.
Because they're in menopause. They're born in the 80s, so they're in maybe menopause.
It's funny you bring that up.
Karen's out of menopause. Now Karen doesn't give a shit.
Right, now Karen's dead. Just kidding. She's not dead. You're not dead, Karen. You're not dead. You're fine.
You're getting up there.
You're fine.
You're getting up there.
Okay, Jessica was indeed the most common name for American girls born from 1985 to 89 and from 93 to 95.
That's just calling a lot of people.
It is. But my girlfriends were a little before that time, so maybe they were ahead of their time. But anyway, so one woman went viral on TikTok, and I have to say this just because this is totally self-serving for me. One woman went viral on TikTok after she posted a video theorizing which moniker would replace Karen. She broke down the most popular names among millennials, listing Jessica alongside Lisa and Jennifer. These are three of my best friends. And it makes me so happy. So it's like I feel like I need to weave this in some way into the group chat and.
You do.
See what we can do.
I feel like Lisa's a better Karen.
Okay, but the funniest thing is, if there was anybody that was going to Karen in my group of friends, who do you think it would be? Fucking me.
Emily.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen you, Karen. I've seen you go customer service, Emily.
I've seen you, Karen. Remember those poor people at Sonic headquarters when you went
that was
on them?
Full Karen. That was full Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are too close together.
I know.
The stalls.
Listen, I will Karen in private. Karen in private. I'm not going to lie. Karen in private. Like if I'm one-on-one with customer service, yes, you're going to get Karen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go cause a scene and ask to see the manager. I am going to ask to speak to them on the phone.
Right.
But also, can you even classify it as Karening when you're talking to a robot?
No.
Because most of the time when I'm going off, I'm just like,
no.
Human. I need someone with a pulse and blood running through their veins. You can't understand me because you're a robot. You don't know how to talk. And
they robots probably get offended.
And what happens is there's someone at master control rolling on when they're like, this call is being recorded. And I'm like, and they're like, well, this one's unhinged.
Right, the robots, even the robots can't handle her. We need to get
either our best person or our worst person on this because she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So anyway, look out, Karen.
Can we pull back the curtain on your phone calls to the school this morning? Because that was so funny.
Sure, I don't care. I wasn't Karening.
No, you weren't Karening.
Oh,
but you
a disaster. I cussed on the phone.
Yeah,
with the school.
You don't remember?
There was a lot going on.
Emily was very overwhelmed, overstimulated. We had a guest coming in, getting ready for the show. She'd obviously driven a long way to get here, and then gets the text that Hattie is sick. So she tried to call Hattie's school to see if Miss Vicky, her wonderful helper, could come pick Hattie up from school. And so she's going through Hattie McCoy, blah 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 blah, and then found out that it wasn't Hattie's school.
It wasn't Hattie's school. So there's McLean Middle School and there's McLean 6th grade. They're two different campuses.
Yeah.
Henry is at McLean Middle School. Hattie is at McLean 6th grade.
Henry's school.
I called Henry's school trying to find Hattie. They didn't know where she was. They were like, we don't have a Hattie McCoy. And I'm like, and I think they put two and two together. Like, this is Henry's. She's probably calling about Henry's sister. Yes.
They were like, well, we have a Henry McCoy.
They were like, yeah.
And then
I was
Emily said, oh shit. Do you know you said that?
You didn't realize.
She goes, oh shit, I called Henry's school. I'm like, this poor secretary on the other end.
And then I apologized profusely. Yes,
laughed.
I did apologize profusely. Not for cussing, because I didn't even know I did.
You did.
But just for making them, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't ever the mistakes always happen. It was the cussing that got me. But you're talking to the secretary in the school and you're like, oh shit. And I wonder when those things happen, because the secretaries hear a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
I wonder if they make a little note next to the mom, watch out for her. She's a cusser.
Loose cannon
She's
over there.
Unhinged. Keep an eye on that boy. Keep an eye on Henry.
Listen, sadly, I think they're already very well aware of what they're dealing with.
It was
with me.
funny. It was just a very real mom moment. You
God
get to
bless.
work and then you're like, oh, shit. Oh, cussing at the school secretary.
Not at her, just in her presence on the phone.
She was there on the other line. You
I
were in
was.
the middle of a conversation with her.
But it wasn't like I was cussing at her, like,
No,
God damn it,
of course
find my
not.
child.
You
Like,
weren't caring. You were cussing at yourself.
I was, thank you.
You
It
were
makes me
cussing
feel
at
better.
yourself, but it was really funny.
My kids are destined for greatness.
If they can work through all of the obstacles in their childhood, like they are going to do great things because of you.
What could go wrong with a mom like me? I mean, come on, let's be real.
But you're all of us. I mean, you are. We're all unhinged.
Well, you're all thinking it. All you bitches are thinking it. You're wanting to cuss when
never
you're on
say
the
shit
phone with the school secretary. I just have the courage to just say it and not even remember that I said it.
Shit, this is the wrong school. That was amazing.
I'm sorry, Miss
such a good
Gonzalez.
Emily
I'm
moment.
sorry. I'm so sorry, Miss Gonzalez.
Hey, they are probably bored.
Please forgive
like
me.
You provided.
Can you imagine?
some comedy.
They're like, oh, you should have heard Miss
She's
McCoy
told that
called
story to
today.
10 people since then. While she's sitting there working at school.
Miss
You
McCoy
made her
called
day.
today.
You're like, they're all laughing now because of you.
No, I can't go back to that school ever again.
In reality, there's probably so much going on.
This is trust me. I've heard some of the stories come out of that school. This on the least of their worries.
Right.
Okay, we've got good stuff to talk about next week, including whether or not I make it back from Mexico. But we do need to get to our guest because she is fantastic. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming up next week. But please, please, please enjoy this fabulous conversation with our friend and what I consider the most knowledgeable person when it comes to hormones, skincare, aesthetics, child hormones, husbands, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
She's got it all.
All right. We are thrilled now to have a very special guest on the show. This is a friend of mine, a friend of Emily's now, somebody who knows all about us and has been helping us to feel great. Morgan Debs, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so excited. We have so many things to talk about. But Julie introduced me to you, and I had been going through this, whatever pause I'm in, and we talked about, like, you just feel like it just, oh, this just sucks, and this is just life. But that doesn't have to be the case. And so you've helped us both with our pauses. And but my first question for you is, tell us about your background and why House of Skin and Health, why you opened that, kind of the approach that you take and what it is you do.
Yeah, I am a family nurse practitioner. I graduated with a doctorate in 2016. I originally was a nurse on a cardiac unit, decided I needed more autonomy. I'm not very good at just taking directions and not giving direction. Learned. So went back to school, became a nurse practitioner. I had no kids and wasn't married at the time, so I wanted to just be the highest degree that I could be, just be done with it. Got my doctorate, graduated. I was trained in bioidentical hormone therapy at the time that I graduated, and then I actually ended up getting I went through the training a second time and worked for one of the medical directors at IoT. So have a history in hormones, but the reason I started Hosh was really because in primary care, I did that for 6 years. Everything is rushed, right? Like, so you take insurance, they require you to see so many patients a day to make any money. You're really chasing disease. You're not preventing disease. And it didn't take me very long to realize that that's not the way that I want to practice medicine. I want to have the time to spend with patients. I want to really be able to create a personalized plan and not just be putting everyone on a statin and a blood pressure med. And so that's really why I wanted to start House of Skin and Health. And I just have enjoyed it so much.
And you're also a mom like
I'm
us.
a mom.
We were having a very mom moment start to the show today when
love.
Emily got a call from Hattie's school. When we were visiting you last week or the week before, you got a call from Christian's school. We're in the middle of our jobs. Don't these people know? I mean, how are you handling that balance? And then we'll get back to the hormone stuff.
That's a good question. I think having the wellness background helps a lot because I know that it's important to slow down. I know that it's important to show my kids that I can manage my stress. So I think self-care days, this past Sunday, I went and got a massage. You know, my husband went and then I went. And so I think just doing things that kind of ground me. And I honestly think just not thinking too much. I think if you think too much about all the things you have going on, it feels overwhelming. But I just kind of put one foot in front of the other. And I don't know. I just do it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I love it.
That's kind of what we all do, right? You just do it.
Yeah.
You just have to figure shit out.
Yeah.
Basically at this point in our lives. Okay. So I want to touch a little bit on each one of our journeys with you. And kind of how those unfolded, because I think that will tell the story a lot about kind of what you do. So for me, like I said, I felt like I was in this stage of my life where I was just going to have to suck it up and be miserable. And then I went and saw you, and it's not an overnight process. I mean, so the process that we went through is you took a giant blood panel, took a bunch of blood for me and then sent it off. And then we kind of went through those results together, and then you gave me recommendations based on that blood work. How do you decide, the blood work that you did for me and the test that you ran on Julie? How do you differentiate from patient to patient?
Yeah, I think most practices have just like a standard panel that they're doing on everyone. And that's why you need the time. I sit down, I really get to know you. For example, Julie has the family history of the Alzheimer's. So I'm going to test her for the Alzheimer's gene versus someone who maybe doesn't. So I think that's where sitting down and getting a really good history on someone is important. Family history, lifestyle factors. And then I always keep the 4 horsemen in the back of my mind, which are cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndrome, Alzheimer's, and cancer. And so that's just always in the back of my mind when I'm looking at labs. Women, highest risk for dying is cardiovascular disease. So that is something that we should be looking at in every woman. But yeah, I think just based on history, based on symptoms, right? I'm listening to the patient. What's most important to them? What are their goals? Because their goals may be totally different than what mine are.
Yeah, and it's so cool. Because you can literally go in and sit and talk with Morgan about all these different things that are going on. It's not like you have to make an appointment, go call a specialist and say, this is exactly what I need help with. Because we don't know half the time what we need help with. But what we can tell you is how we're feeling and what we're struggling with. So that's why I think it's so cool what you're doing. It's like that full comprehensive taking a look at the big picture and then kind of going in baby steps from there. What do you hear the most of, from people our age? What are most people needing help with coming to see you about?
I think our age, and that perimenopausal stage, there's so many symptoms that people go through. It affects inflammation, weight, you're having night sweats and hot flashes and brain fog and lower sex drive and fatigue, and you're gaining weight in your midsection when you're doing everything you're supposed to do. And so a lot of hormone related things, I think I see, a lot of weight loss related complaints. I see such a range. We offer a lot of different services, so I really see a range of different, things. I see guys coming in who just want to live longer, right? I want to focus on longevity or my lifestyle factors. Am I doing the things that I can to help myself live longer? Because we are living longer, and we want to live longer, but we also want to feel good
right
when we're doing that. And I used to have this belief when I was traditionally trained that, you just get older and you just don't feel as good.
Yeah.
And what I've learned, especially with the functional medicine side of things, is you can be 70 and still feel amazing. I have patients that do it. So I know it's possible.
Yeah.
So I think
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
What's the difference between perimenopause and menopause?
Yeah. Okay. So perimenopause, when you look at, if you were to graph, right, regular menstruation, perimenopause, menopause. Regular menstruation is this just even-keeled kind of, there's a pattern to it. You enter perimenopause and it's literally like chaos. And then you enter menopause and it's just flatline. That is what has happened. So you've gone through like monthly cycles. You kind of know what to expect.
So is it directly related to menstruation?
Yeah.
So if I haven't had a period in years.
If you haven't had a period in a year and a lab value called FSH is above 30, you're technically menopause.
Okay. So I'm in menopause.
Yeah. Perimenopause is that period between there where your hormones are just kind of like dipping
all over
and
the
going
place.
up.
You figured out your pause.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, welcome. Welcome to menopause, Emily.
Yeah.
We're glad you're here. Fantastic.
Yeah. And my situation is weird, but I mean, that's also where I'm at, but I got there because of it was a medically induced menopause.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was feeling all the things, but I was, in my late 30s whenever I was really starting to feel off.
Well, but technically I just have one ovary. So I had a hysterectomy, but I just have one ovary left. I couldn't have a period with one ovary, could I?
Not if you had a hysterectomy.
I did.
If you had a hysterectomy, you're not going to bleed. But if you have one ovary, that ovary is still producing estrogen. Okay. You're just not going to have like a cycle.
Okay. Yeah. And then I had everything taken out. So I was making no estrogen.
So you just went straight into.
You don't even have one ovary.
No. I've got nothing. I don't even have a uterus.
And I feel
no, that me either. But just one ovary. It's just floating around in there.
Right. Yes, we've talked about this because we don't really understand the science.
Where did it go? What's it attached to? Like it's just hanging out in my body? Like
could
it like float up into
this one little ovary? Like just pokes out every now and then? I don't know. At this point, I don't know.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah, it's floating.
Like where is it? These are the things we talk about and we don't understand.
Whatever.
Why we call in the experts.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine was basically feeling all of those things.
Well, and I don't think there's the support for those women.
Yeah.
I think I see a lot of women who have these total hysterectomies, and then it's like,
see you later.
It's like there's no prep. Right. It's not like this is what you're going to go through. Right. Here's what you're going to experience. Yeah. It's just like they just do it, and the surgery's over, and then it's like, okay, well, now what?
And then think about the husbands on the other side of that woman. They're just like, oh, sure, you need to go do this surgery. I'll go sit with you. It'll all be great. No, who the F am I married to? Like, what happened?
Yes.
And that's a real thing, too.
It's
like
a real thing. Poor husbands.
Right?
Like, their wives are just mad at them all the time, And I feel bad for the wife and I feel bad for the husband. It's like both.
Yeah.
It's like they're going through that hormonal shift and then Anna's on the other side.
There's some funny, people have made some really good funnies about this stuff. Like, where a guy is in the closet and he's like, hey guys, I just want, if you've got a wife going through perimenopause or menopause, just want you to know, just don't ask her if everything's okay. Just don't, because
hiding in the closet.
It's not it's just like all these things. And if she tells you it's okay, she's lying. It's not okay. She's not okay. But I think it at least now there's more conversation about it. Mm-hmm. Not even just among, obviously it needs to happen among women, but I feel like it's getting out there amongst men. And I'll send my husband sometimes and be like, this is shit I'm dealing with. This is why I'm crazy as fuck,
Yeah.
And so I think that that is one good thing about social media and people sharing and oversharing at this point in time, in this world that we live in, is that there can be some good things that come from it. See, you're not the only one married to a crazy bitch. They're all over the place.
Right. Well, and back in the day, and still, you always hear about the men that their wife gets to a certain age and they're like, next.
Yeah, I'm out.
It's because of menopause.
So out.
Yes,
so
true.
We're saving marriages.
I'm trying.
Back in the day, there was zero, right? It wasn't even a conversation, no support. And so men
and the divorce rates go up.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you mentioned it's emotional. You mentioned the weight gain and it's hard to lose weight again and the energy and everything. So not only is their wife kind of a bee, but she's getting fat. But like she can't
remember anything.
She can't remember anything. But like it's not her fault. Like, and so anyway, I just think it's so real. It's so relevant, and it can play a big factor in life and marriage and relationships and the way you actually like speak to your children or whatever, because that fuse goes from like this to this when you're going through all this emotional stuff, and then all of a sudden you're just like a ticking time bomb. Like,
yeah.
So
it's like you're PMSing, but 24/7.
Right. Yes, it is. And no one wants to be around that. But I love that now we're like, talking about it, like you said, Emily. And then also there's people that have made a whole career out of helping people in this situation. So hormones are obviously a big part of what you do for men and for women. And we were even chatting about, before you came in, you spoke to a group last night and they were all moms of like teenage boys. I mean, that's a whole hormone thing too, that I'm sure moms on the other side are like, wait, what's happening? Like, I just sorted through my shit, but now what's going on with my kid?
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy.
And I think men need to be more aware.
Yeah.
Because usually what happens in my practice is the woman comes in and then the man follows.
Right.
And so I'm always trying to encourage my men. I literally yesterday saw a woman. He didn't have an appointment, but he came with her. And by the end of the appointment, he's like, can you do mine too?
Yeah.
Because they need them. And I feel like, I don't know if I can say this, but like if a man's not having issues with erections, they think everything's fine.
Yeah.
Or like,
you can
I'm
absolutely
good.
say that.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And so.
And you're like, no, that's just one thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. There's lack of motivation, work, there's a lot of reasons for men to come in too. And they are also at risk for things like aggressive prostate cancer, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, when their testosterone is not at a certain level.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I think the biggest thing for me, so, the process was with you, was that we did the get to know you, the history, then did the blood work. We read the results. We went through it. And then you kind of said, this is, and I'm one of those, it's like, just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do. I'll buy the supplements. I'll do the things. And you recommended an AD Plus has been a huge, huge game changer for me, and the testosterone pellets. And I remember being and I told you this, my girls group chats, and I talked to them about the pellets. And like, don't do the pellets. Don't. And I'm like, okay. And remind me what your medical degree is in. And when you received that, like, I'm like, I'm giving it all to this chick. Like, I'm going to let her tell me what to do. And so we tried it, and it's not a, okay, you're going to do this and you're going to do this for the rest of your life. It's like, we're going to look at this, then we're going to run your blood work again, and then we're going to adjust and see how you feel. And it's not an exact science, and everyone is different.
Linear. Yes.
Right. And so I think that's the one thing I've appreciated most about you is your willingness to go at my pace, whatever that pace is. Mine is like 100 miles an hour. But if you said, if you don't want to implement this, if you want to wait and see how this works, if you want to try the cream instead of the pellets, I'm like, no, let's go balls to the walls and see, what happens. But if there are people out there that don't want to go balls to the wall, there is the one toe method where you just dip,
100%.
Yeah. And I think that's important too, because a lot of times, not to knock the medical profession or those in it, there is a tendency to have that know-it-all, I know what's best, this is what you should do, regardless of how, what you think, because, oh, you're not a doctor, or you're not this, or you don't have the training. And so I do appreciate that about you, and it's made a huge difference for me, the way that I feel, the energy that, I was getting to the point where like I would just struggle to make it through, because I'm a get shit done person. Like, I'm like, I've got a list, I've got to get it done. And I would most days I would get shit done, but I was like fucking exhausted by the end of it, in the middle of it. Like, just like, can I just get 10 minutes and lay down? Like, just weird. Like, that's not like me. I don't need to lay down in the middle of the day. It's ridiculous. And, and now that I've got my shit in check, it's just so much better.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's truly life-changing. You were talking about men, and I know the peptide thing, and then of course the GLP-1 thing is huge. That can help both men and women in so many ways.
I'm confused at what they are.
But yeah, like, I guess starting there
is Ozempic. What is that? Is that a GLP-1?
What are GLP-1s technically, and what are they supposed to do for us?
So GLP-1s actually were originally given diabetic patients. So I don't know if everybody knows that or not, but basically these drugs came out a while ago, and they came out for diabetes to lower, glucose and to regulate insulin and things like that. And what they found were these patients were all losing weight. And so eventually, I guess over time, they are like, oh, wait a second. Yeah. We can use these for weight loss.
Right.
So, so there's semaglutide and tirzepatide, and they kind of work differently. In head-to-head studies, tirzepatide outperformed semaglutide in weight loss, and then also had less side effects. And I can't remember which is which. Like, one is Ozempic and one is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Legally, like, we can't use certain terms. So anyway, so just sema and tirzepatide is what I call them. But they work really well for weight loss if they are done in the right way, is my big thing. I really don't have patients who are on higher than a very small dose. And the reason for that is you will lose your muscle so fast. It will just be gone. Mm-hmm. And if you're actually wanting to keep off weight, you've got to have lean muscle to do that. So I love to use them. I love to use them in perimenopause and menopause, but I do it in a very specific way in my practice. And also, if you are eating bonbons and, Cheetos every day, I'm probably not going to put you on it just because I am a little more functional based. So I do, you've got to show me that you can eat healthy, and do the right things.
Yeah. So what about the ones that are like all around social media and online, where it's like, click here and you can just have it sent to your door?
Yeah. So those are peptides,
it's
right?
It's both. Like, there's GLP-1s.
So
like
GLP-1s, like,
they'll be like
selling GLP-1s.
Well, not
now?
influencers, but it'll be like an automated. Like,
there are automated. Yeah, a lot of it is honestly confusing to me. I don't understand how someone. They've got to be having some kind of telehealth visit. Yeah. I don't think there's any way. It's a prescription medication, so you can't.
With GLP-1s, but peptides, no.
Peptides is the Wild West.
What? So what?
Like MOTC, GHKCU.
So I see people who have been, and it's mostly people that I follow because I do some network marketing. I mean, very loosely. I do, very loosely. I mean, I've marketed wine for 7 years and then do a little skincare here and there. So it's definitely it has to be an MLM structure where these people, or maybe not. I don't know. It just
get a hold of it.
But it seems like that the way they're presenting it is very similar to the way that a lot of network marketing, multi-level marketing businesses are. And I'm not knocking those. I think they're fantastic. I the right ones. It has to be done the right way. But I just feel like it's weird that, like, okay, selling someone wine or skincare, some face cream is one thing, but like peptides, like what is?
I highly recommend that you just do it with a provider. Because honestly, there are protocols that we follow. There are specific dosing schedules that we follow. ChatGPT, I understand, is wonderful for a lot of things, but it's still not a medical professional. And so
newsflash, everyone, update. ChatGPT is not a medical professional.
Yeah.
I mean, so I always recommend, and what people don't understand is there can be endotoxins in these things. There can be things in those vials that are not good for you. And so you need to be looking at forms that show purity. You need to be, I can request that from my manufacturer.
What are peptides supposed to do? Help you lose weight?
Peptides, there's such a range of peptides that it depends on what you're taking. So GHKCU is known for that kind of like skin glow. BPC 157 is great for post-surgical healing. I actually had my dad do it when he had his hip replaced. I had him inject it right in the area of his hip, and he said within a day he was off the pain medicine.
Wow.
So I think I like peptides, but I want people to understand it's still the Wild West with peptides.
It sounds like it.
It is not it's not FDA approved. It's not like a studied. Yeah. It's not like we have research studies on these things. So yeah, I think if you're going to do it, find a provider to do it with.
Yeah.
Who can get it from, a compounding pharmacy that's a good one. And
so you will do all the GLP-1 stuff for people too.
GLP-1s, yes. GLP-1s and NAD. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, NAD.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you started the NAD?
No, I'm not going to.
You're not. Well, and that's because of your cancer background.
Yes.
And so the way Morgan described, if you would like my medical
Yes, go
opinion
ahead.
on this. So just for those of you who are new to this Chat GPT doctor, Emily Jones, the NAD is it feeds off of like good cells, but it also can feed bad
like
cells.
If there was a tiny cancer cell in me, it would make it go.
Yeah, it would make it.
It would feed it protein and broccoli for dinner.
There we go.
Right. And if
better.
I didn't talk to somebody that knew about this, and I just heard like, oh, this worked for Emily.
Because I see, I
get
too
this
see a lot of people posting
Can you
about
get
NAD+.
that online? I don't know. Can you?
I don't think so, but I've seen people post about
There's
it
some
that they're
crazy.
Right?
But people are posting about it that they're taking it, like they're like, oh, I'm trying out this, and I don't know if they're doing it just for like, look at me, look at what I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I've seen surely they're not selling it because I have to get my prescription through
I
you.
really hope not. I think that's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get mine through you. Which, by the way, I think I need another little.
We'll get you.
Yeah, I'm on. So I do 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you want to cycle it.
I know. I'm on my 6 weeks off, and I get like sad. And I'm like, oh.
It's quite an amazing. I'm on it as well, and it is quite an amazing feeling.
Like you feel sad?
like
Oh my no! I feel
just
sad
said-
that I know that my energy isn't going to be as good as it is when I'm on my 6
I didn't know if
cycle.
it like made you feel because like that's a real thing too.
No,
like,
it didn't make me. No, it doesn't actually make me depressed. It's just like, oh, I'm done with my
Right.
6 week cycle, and I've got to wait 6 more weeks to get back on it.
Yeah.
I feel like the brain clarity for me.
Oh my gosh,
my
it's just
brain
so different.
Is so on when I'm.
You
on
just
it.
feel like you can. It's. I've never taken. What's the thing for ADHD?
like Adderall or
I've never taken Adderall
Yeah.
or I almost said retinol. I've never taken Adderall, but I have a feeling that's kind of what it feels like. Like you just feel like I'm unstoppable. Like I
Yes,
just
you
do.
feel. I'm like,
I
this
can,
is
I can
almost like
tackle
a-
anything today.
Man, y'all make me want this so
I know,
bad.
Don't-
I know.
don't
We
do it.
should stop talking
Don't do
about
it.
it. Yeah, it
Sorry.
is. It's good. It's good
Sorry.
stuff.
It's good stuff, but not for.
Yeah.
Not for yeah.
If you've got any risk
Because I
factors.
asked my primary care doctor about it too, and she was like, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I heard, and it's also weird. NAD plus is in some recent articles and stuff for helping
Alzheimer's.
reverse Alzheimer's, which is what my dad passed away from. So I'm like, dang it, I wish that I could give it to him. But just like so cool, and that's why I feel like it's so awesome to have a trusted source like Morgan kind of on your side. You can ask all of these questions too and say, is this true, is this not? But that's a real thing too, and you tested me for Alzheimer's, and I know you track all of that as well.
Yeah, I have another patient right now. Her mom has Alzheimer's, and it's really tough. And I just mentioned it to her. I'm like, this research, like go just research it, go look at it and see. I mean, and I don't know that at this stage, I don't know how much it would do, but it's such a hard thing to go through with a parent.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
one of the hardest things I think you can go through.
It's
And
torture. Yeah.
I think if it were my parent, I would like try anything.
Anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
For
studied,
sure.
not studied. I don't know. I'd be like, let's just try it.
Right, because
Why
like we're
not?
working on rats or whatever, or mice,
Yeah.
I guess, and then they're seeing if it will, how it does with humans.
Yeah.
But it's so cool.
Well, we could talk about hormones all day.
We could,
But I mean, and we can have you back on. I mean, I would love to do, and I'm just throwing this out at you as we are basically recording and to see your reaction. But would love to do like a Q&A, or like a takeover,
Yes.
like Morgan takes over the Mom Game Instagram account, and for one day, it's just
I'd
like
love that.
ask her anything.
Yes, I
and do
love
an AMA with you.
Those are the kind of things I like to do. Like the one I did last night, they were like, "Do you want to give a formal presentation?" I was like, "No, I just want people to ask questions because you're going to sit and pay for a consultation.
Yeah.
This is your time to just ask me whatever it is you want to ask me."
I think that would be. I think that would go.
You know what I mean?
Really well.
Oh, that'd be
I think that
great.
would be
I think so,
great.
too.
It
That'd
would
be
be a
great.
really good service for our.
yeah,
listeners.
Morgan also helps with our faces.
Yeah, we got to get to
And the
we gotta get to
Botox.
skin.
So I know while we
so
have
much.
you, just a couple things. And this is a good question. Jasmine, our producer, helped us kind of put some questions on paper. But this one is good because I don't even really know. So from a medical standpoint, what actually happens in the body when you're administering Botox? How does it make the wrinkles go away?
It works on the receptor. I don't know.
It
I'd have
freezes?
to look at. I'd have to look at it again. It's like I think it's acetylcholine that it works on. Maybe. and it blocks acetylcholine from maybe attaching to
it's okay. Like we don't need like the super but it's basically just like blocking those whatever
receptors, that basically make the muscles move.
Okay.
So that it lasts about 3 months and it wears off and then you get more.
And then you get more.
So I do like, because you've said you're a functional medicine gal, but you're still you're not just like, no, we're not.
Yeah, no, I'm a little vain. Okay, so like I'm all for functional. And my sister, it's funny, we're very different. Like my sister won't do any of that. Yeah, which I love for her. That's great. Yeah. I am more vain than that. Like I'm like, give me. Yeah. Now, do I take a natural approach? For sure. Like I am gonna give you natural lips. I'm gonna give you a natural, because that's just what I believe in. And I do a lot more like biostimulators, like Radiesse. Sculpture is another one of those biostimulators. I don't use that one as much. I use the Radiesse, but so I do love the aesthetics. I also love Tuscany, which is peptides, vitamins, and antioxidants for the skin. So anything in my practice, I always kind of come back to that functional, like, and I'm a big believer in giving back to the microbiome. A lot of products strip the microbiome. A lot of, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of things we're doing is actually stripping the microbiome, and I'm a big believer in giving back to it.
What do you mean? What's the microbiome?
It's just like, it's basically like, you know, like there's certain skincare brands that it's all about kind of like making your face peel and like, you know what I mean? And that's just stripping the skin that we have, like our natural microbiome. And so I think sometimes like focusing more on like collagen stimulation, you know, elastin, giving back to your skin as opposed to just constantly drying it out, constantly stripping it with salicylic acid and things like that. I don't know. I just feel like...
Right, like the things the laser, there are some things that'll just like burn your skin.
Yeah, so like, here's another question. So like these people that have started, like, I mean, and what pisses me off about these skincare people, and I love a good skincare, but like when they're kind of Botox judgy, like, well, look at me, I'm this age and I've never done Botox and whatever. And I'm like, first of all, you're not helping your cause, because I'm not. Now you're pissing me off because you're bragging and judging me for doing Botox, and not that I'm going to stop, or not really that I care, but it's like, at some point we're all going to get wrinkles. Like at some point it's going to happen. Yeah. And how much is genetic and how much is time and how much is lifestyle?
Yeah, definitely all of those. It's all of those. Okay. You can have super good genes. My husband's Lebanese. He ages at a totally different rate than I do. Like he's 7 years older and he looks like he's my age. You know what I mean? So yes, genetics for sure. Taking care of your skin. I've actually seen patients where like one sibling really takes care of their skin and one doesn't. There is a difference.
God, I waited so late. I waited way too late.
A difference.
To start caring about what
seriously start young.
I know. But I was raised by my dad, so I was using like OxyClean and Noxzema, like seriously. And then finally, when I moved to Dallas, I remember my roommate she's a news anchor here in town, and she had like a full regimen, like, you know, of all, and she's like, you've got to take care of it. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah. And so anyway, I didn't start till probably I was, you know, late 20s, really taking care of my skin. Which brings me to another question, to sidetrack just a little bit. As the mother of a 12-year-old girl, this fucking skincare obsession is making me absolutely bonkers. And it's insane. And I have a friend who's a dermatology PA, and she basically, it's ridiculous. It's just all marketing, whatever. But she provided all of us girls a list of like, these products are okay for, you know, a 12-year-old girl, or your girl's age. What have you seen from that? What do you recommend? And how damaging can that be if they're trying to use these products that are not designed for their beautiful, baby skin?
I wouldn't even do anything. I don't know. At that age, they don't. I don't think that they really need. Just use basic ingredients. Try not to do like the parabens and all that crap. Like just make it clean. But I don't think they need anything more than just face wash and a moisturizer.
I know.
Do they even need a moisturizer?
Right. And like even that, maybe they think is cool. I don't know. I didn't moisturize till I was old.
If you're going to do that with a 12-year-old, I really hope that you're looking at brands that are just clean.
Yes. And that's what it does make me feel better to know that my friend Tara looked at and said that here's a lit. And I basically told her like, this is the shit you can continue to use, but we're not. Because that's what they all get each other for their birthdays. And, it's like, oh, here's the latest, a lot of it's not just the skincare. It's like the Sol de Janeiro body spray, and which that's just whatever perfume, basically, I guess. I don't know. But it is a thing. And these brands are making so much money. The unboxing, let me see what I got in my haul. And I mean, same shit with like Lululemon and aloe and all that. But at least it's not going to your skin.
There's chemicals in those. So I mean, it's good that you're kind of looking at that. But I don't. Those are conversations I literally have with my kids at this age, at 7 and almost 5. Is that has dyes in it that your body doesn't know what to do with. That has this in it. That has that in it. Like just to make them aware.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. That has dyes in it that your body doesn't know what to do with. Like that's a very simple explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're 12 and you have a beautiful face.
That's what I tell her.
And putting things on it can almost, I've actually had patients who like put things on their skin and it almost did the opposite. Yeah. It made it worse because they didn't need it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Morgan and I have had some good talks about our kids too. And she, it's not like a big focus of the practice, but also I think a lot of moms have the same types of question. I think ADHD in children, there's so much of it, and that's something that I've been trying to work through. And you did an awesome job just kind of telling me about some of the supplements. What do you recommend for a child who maybe has been diagnosed with ADHD, or you just know that they need some help without just going straight to prescribing a medicine?
I love that. I love that question. So I would start with a functional dentist. I would start with somebody who's looking at their airway, their adenoids, seeing how they're sleeping. And
that's with a dentist.
You can, There's some functional dentists out there that will look at that.
Yeah.
Because I actually just learned this week that my, she's a extended family member, so I'm not sure what she is, but they basically got her adenoids out and her ADD went away.
Wow.
Because all of a sudden she
does Ryder still have adenoids
and has oxygen to her,
yes, he still has them. We actually
get those things out.
We were at the dentist yesterday.
Schedule him tomorrow.
Our dentist does a really good, I don't know if he's a full functional dentist, but he does a really good job. Like he's been keeping an eye on Ryder's airways since before he was diagnosed with ADHD. And so whatever the two things are that are, up here, like in his nostrils, basically, whatever, there's two things, I forget what they're called, but his are very big and it's like blocking that airway. And so like if he gets a cold, it gets bad and it gets up in his face and all of that quicker than it would somebody like, then I saw Anna's yesterday and hers was like clear and like had these big gaps, but his didn't. And so there's really something to that. But even from the beginning, because he's a teeth grinder and like still, has problems.
Has you done a parasite cleanse?
No, I need a good kids one because I told you the one we did tasted so bad he would never do that.
I just finished up round 2 of that.
Actually.
Oh, so good. Love it.
You think it
I love a good parasite.
Yes. Well, and also too, one of the things, because I ran it by Morgan when I did it the first time, and she said a lot of times, or maybe the worm chick said this, that like it can hinder the absorption of the supplements and food, like the things you're putting in your body. It can, if you have parasites, which everyone does, it can hinder the absorption of the good stuff that you're putting in your body.
Low ferritin without an explanation, low iron without an explanation. Do a parasite cleanse. Yeah. Think about it at least, because I've seen so many people with low ferritin.
I mean, and I felt great after. I didn't do it like full blown this time. Like I didn't do the lead up and all that, but I did I had a half a bottle of each left, and I started taking it. I did it right after the holidays.
I would love to give my kids a children's one. But okay, so back to that question.
So then about 60% of people have something called an MTHFR gene mutation, which can affect a lot of different things. But I think getting them on a good methylated folate, and you can test for that. It's a blood test that you can do to see if you have MTHFR. I would get them on a good methylfolate. So if you have them on a multivitamin, you want to look at the back of that bottle and make sure it says methylfolate on it instead of just folate or whatever the other word is.
Yeah.
And then omegas, hands down, omegas.
Awesome.
You've got to get your kid on an omega if they have ADD.
Gotta do this. Oh, my kids don't have AD, but
but even then,
like,
but
okay.
the kids, if they're not eating fish, if they're not eating salmon,
yeah,
they're probably
fish
low.
oil and like the lion's mane thing, or
I would just
Is
you
that-
you can't, I don't know about that.
we
in
have like
kids,
a
to be honest, I
lion's
don't.
mane mushroom thing. That,
If it's for kids,
yeah,
sure,
for
yeah.
kids, yeah, and
Yeah.
it tastes good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If someone's like
Mhm.
particular and has ADHD and all this stuff, they don't like the taste of anything, so
Yeah.
they won't take anything. They won't swallow pills. They won't.
I think
Anyway.
gut health too is really important.
Yeah.
So I have done an actual gut test on my child, which is how we found out she had parasites because she was having some chronic constipation. But looking at gut health is huge. Gut is related to everything. So looking at and think of all the things that kids eat.
oh,
Freaking like Doritos,
Everything.
Skittles,
Yep.
Takis.
like Takis, or please don't let your kids eat Takis.
No, oh no, we don't have those in our house.
We,
but they'll trade at
I've
school
seen-
sometimes.
I've seen ulcers.
Yeah.
Like stomach
Okay, so if
ulcers
you had a top
from them.
3, like
Oh gosh.
top 3, like supplements to put, like just
Oh, kids.
put your kids on.
Yeah, and I probably have to say, like, obviously, see your pediatrician, have
Of
their blood
course.
drawn. But probably methylfolate omegas, probiotic. A multi's great for kids because I actually don't love a multi in an adult. I don't know if we've talked about that, but I do love a multi in a kid just because kids can be pickier eaters.
Yeah.
Try not to let your kid be a picky eater. We don't give that as an option. Like you just eat what's in front of you or you don't. And I think that is helpful because it's hard to get the amount of nutrients you need in a day. It's hard.
Yeah.
So think of all the extra crap that your kid is eating. I mean, so maybe a multi, but you got to be, with the multis, you got to think about gummy. They got to brush their teeth after. It can increase cavity.
Are Flintstone vitamins still, are those?
I think they're
Yeah.
the ones
Are
like
they?
that are better than,
The gummies.
I don't know about that brand specifically, but
I just
are
remember
the
taking
chewable.
Flintstone
Me too.
vitamins
I
when
loved
was
my
little. Oh my
Flintstone
God, I would eat the
vitamins.
whiz out of some Flintstone vitamins.
The
I'd be like, I
chewable-
want Barney and Fred today.
Yeah,
Right.
like,
yeah.
They actually tasted pretty good. The orange ones.
Yeah.
Weren't there orange ones? Those were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, you're all
I
good.
know.
But yeah, those are better than the gummies, I think, for their teeth, like dental
Okay.
health.
Yeah.
Did you write down those?
I
to
sure
send it
did.
to-
I've been
okay.
taking notes. The
Okay.
methylfolate, I really want to.
Also, I found a toothpaste. I'm looking into it right now. I can't remember the name of the brand, but you remember I said how oral health is good for Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
They're now coming out with some of these like oral probiotics and things like that. So it'll be really interesting, like tongue scraping and just, I know that taking care of your oral health is important for Alzheimer's. I can't remember the exact way that was.
Well, this is really a dumb question, but is the plaque buildup that you see with Alzheimer's the same plaque? Like
No,
same?
I don't think
Okay.
so, no.
But is the same idea maybe? Something
it's
that just
amyloid
like,
plaque. No,
why do they call it the same thing?
Oh my God, there's such a
Oh, there's
reason
plaque in
neither
your
one of us
arteries
went to
too,
medical
yeah.
school.
I don't
of
know.
any
There's-
Because I
kind.
could see the oral health. It makes sense. Like if you've got a lot of plaque and then you swallow it and then it
Yeah.
somehow messes you up. No.
Can you tell who
that's how it works.
furthered their education past their bachelor's degree? Not me and Julie.
Myth busting with Morgan.
Throwing up Flintstone vitamins.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But no, that is good to know. Oral
Yeah.
health and Alzheimer's. There's
Yeah.
another thing to keep an eye on. See, she's just such a
I-
wealth of
seriously.
knowledge.
I don't even know where it all it's just a passion. I think that's what it is. I could lay at night and read for hours on,
It's
functional
so
medicine.
cool. And I love when I met Morgan, our littles who are now 7 were in preschool together.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you were working for somebody else and you took some time off when you had the baby,
Monroe,
when you
yeah.
had Christian, when you had Monroe.
Well, both really.
Both, yeah. And then you were getting back to work. But I'm just wondering how business ownership has been for you. Because
Yes.
you're obviously so passionate about what you're
I
doing.
truly am. Yes.
But then you have to run a business too. So how has that been going for you and are you adjusting?
Yes. Thank you. I love it. Honestly, it's a lot of hard work, and I am playing so many different roles I never thought. It's like I'm glad I didn't think too much about it. Again, I'm one of those people who I try not to think too much because then I think we get in our own way when we do that. And so, did I know exactly what it all entailed? No, but I think that was a good thing, and I think the passion for it and getting to do it my way outweighs any of the late nights, the early mornings.
Yep.
I get to help people, which one I think is such a blessing. How many people get to be in a profession where they're truly like helping people be healthy?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, it's incredible. That feeling of seeing someone go from not feeling great to feeling amazing. And yeah, I don't know. I genuinely, every time I walk into that space, I feel content, happy, peaceful. I feel excited to see new people, to see people that I've built relationships with over years that drive all the way from, all over Texas to come see me. So I don't know. I just, it's been wonderful.
Awesome.
That's
I love
so
it.
great.
How long has it been now?
About 8 months, I
8
think,
months.
or so.
I mean, what a big year for your first year.
So cool.
Yeah.
Well, we are definitely grateful for the impact that you've had with us. I mean, like you said, it's so exciting, and how many people can say that they truly help people be healthier and feel better, and you definitely have for Julie and I. So
yeah. How can people find you?
We are lucky that we met you.
We share.
Yeah. You can find me, hoshdallas.com is our website. It's a beautiful new website that we just got finished with, which is exciting. And then I have 2 Instagrams. One is House of Skin and Health Dallas, and the other one is more of my personal, less professional. I mean, it's still professional, but I don't have to be as perfect on there. And that one is NP Debs.
Awesome. Okay, and you're located in Lakewood.
And we're in Lakewood. We're off Mockingbird and Abrams in Lakewood, right above a taco joint down from Hudson House.
Yep.
Great location, lots of parking.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. So happy that all this has worked out to where we've gotten to work together some. And we just highly recommend, if you're like us and feeling bad and you don't know why, or maybe you do know why, but you don't know what to do about it, go see Morgan. She will help, and tell her that the Mom Game sent you. And let us know. We'd love to hear your experiences.
We'll find a time for you to do the takeover of the Mom Game Instagram account. And
I think that'd be really fun.
I think it would be fun too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, Morgan Debs, thank you so much for being with us. We're so grateful for you, and so lucky that you have injected testosterone pellets in our butt. We're so happy.
Thank you for having me.
among other things. I mean, not in our butt, but just among other things that you helped us with. So thank you, Morgan, so much. We end every show. I embarrass her all the time.
Not in her butt.
It's Donna, yeah. You look into your camera. That's your camera. And we throw up the peace signs and say Mom Game Out on the count of 3.
Mom Game Out.
Mom Game Out. Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mom Game Out.